What's going on, Trader Gang? Good morning. Happy Sunday. I apologize for popping on late. I was having an issue with my camera. So I got that all situated. But I appreciate any of you that are popping on. This is our Sunday morning market breakdown. We're going to be breaking down gold and S&P 500. So and we're going to do kind of a recap of my trades that I took this past week. Check news, see what's coming out for this week, and then we'll kind of break down the charts. So let me just get situated really quick. So hopefully you guys can hear me nice and clear. All right. So let me share my screen really quick. So for y'all that pop on, show some love in the chat. I'd love to say what's up to y'all. Let me know how your week has been. Did you guys take some wins? Did you take some losses, break evens? So far this month, we're kind of having a break even month. So we're trying to get out of our drawdown that we're in on our 100K account. So all right. Let me sign in here really quick. All right. All right. So let me just share kind of where we're at on my account. So we're on day 13 of our 100K Tradeify challenge right now. So we are still in drawdown. So if you guys see here at the bottom, we're at $98,301. So we're about $1,800 still in drawdown. So we got to kind of crawl out of that. So let me bring up my Tradeivate really quick. Yeah, so I have $996 distance to drawdown. So of course that's what I have left on the account. Of course, if I go past that or below that, then of course we end up blowing the account. But the good thing is that of course we've managed to hold this for the last month. So I am kind of proud of that because most accounts that or challenges that I've done, I've literally blown it in like 2 weeks, or if not a week. Excuse me, guys. I always have allergy issues, so I always have a lot of excess phlegm and stuff. So sorry about that. So yeah, let's take a look at like what gold did. So so let's see for the week. So the week started on the 14th. So this is the daily. Okay. So this is pretty much what we did for the daily. So we kind of consolidated, to be honest with you. So this was Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we didn't really go anywhere. Like we did on Wednesday. We did happen to push all the way up here. But then, of course, we closed all the way down here around 33.59 or 33.60. So we'll go to the weekly, and we can see we didn't really do much. So I mean, we came all the way down here, came up here, and then we closed all down here. So we closed at 33.58. So we just have to see kind of where gold is going to go. Like I feel that because we did break this previous candle right here, even though we pulled down and then came back up and then closed down here, I think that we can actually fill this and continue to the upside because I mean the overall trend, even though we're kind of consolidated, the overall trend is still bullish. So even from last week, we had our top-down analysis here. So weekly was bullish, daily was consolidated, the 4-hour was bullish. So I still feel like we have kind of a bullish bias, to be honest. So so that's that. So like I can show you like the trades that I took this past week. So we've been really good. I mean, we literally have taken like a trade a day, which is crazy. So let me just correlate this. I'm gonna bring up my journal really quick. Okay, it looks like Tradeify is actually updating their system, but I have my digital journal of my trades that I take. So okay, so on this trade, this was Monday, right? Tuesday. So yeah, Tuesday. So I don't trade Mondays. So Tuesday we took two trades actually. So I took a trade right here, actually closed in profit because I got stopped out in profit. So I had a profit of $14 here, and then I made $511 on this move right here to the downside. So we did profit here, which was great. But then on Wednesday, I took this trade right here, and I ended up, I believe I got stopped out, to be honest, because I took a loss of $555. So yeah, I got stopped out. So because this, what did I have this at? 11, so 840. So yeah, so I got stopped out here. So I took a loss on that day. Then we took we took this trade, and did I get back in? Yeah, I think on this one I actually took a loss, and then I got back in. Let me see if this was the same day. Oh no, it's two separate days. Okay, so this was Wednesday. Okay, so this one like frustrated me because this right here, we took this trade, and I got stopped out by like 9 points. So if you guys see right here, I literally got stopped out by 9 points. And after that, it literally ripped to the upside because there happened to be news that Trump posted about, having Powell getting him fired. So it literally just ripped to the market to the upside, and I missed that whole move. So that was a little frustrating. And then we took this trade right here. This was Thursday. So Thursday. So we took this trade. This was a good trade. So we tried to target London highs, which was like right here. So we took a nice piece right here. This was a nice 1 to 2. So we took a $615 profit right here. And then Friday we took this position where we basically just ranged and didn't really move anywhere. So I got stopped out. So I took a loss of $432. So kind of a break even week, like I said. So those were the trades that I took. So I mean, we're still in the game. You know, like I said, we're $996, almost $1,000 away from drawdown or blowing the account. So I mean, that still gives me a lot of wiggle room as long as I take like $250 risks per trade. I can make a good amount back. So that's kind of where we're at for right now. So let's take a look at news. Let's see what next week holds for us. So we're in a new week. So this coming Monday doesn't look like we have anything. I mean, we have 7 a.m. We have CB leading index, but I don't think that's going to affect the market at all. Tuesday we have Fed Chair Powell speaks pre-market open. Even though that is medium impact expected, that could definitely move the market because anytime Powell speaks, the market ends up moving. So, and then we have Richmond Manufacturing Index, which I don't know if that's going to move the market at all because that's at 7 a.m. So it's a little bit after market open. Wednesday, we have a couple things: crude oil inventories, existing home sales. I don't think that's going to move the market at all. Thursday, we have a lot of news for euro and GBP. We have unemployment claims, pre-market, flash manufacturing, flash services. So this could move the market. So I mean, we do have to be careful of that because this is high impact. Other than that, that's all we have for Thursday, and then Friday. Friday we don't have anything. So kind of an easy week. Thursday we just have to be mindful of kind of how the market's going to move. So we just have to be careful there. Other than that, it's kind of a smooth week for news. So not much there. So let's move over to. I didn't share this to you guys. Sorry. So just to recap, so you guys see Monday, there's nothing really there. Tuesday, nothing there. Fed Chair Powell speaks on Tuesday, but it's pre-market. Wednesday, we don't have anything. Thursday, that's like the biggest one for flash services. Other than that, that's it. And then Friday, nothing. So like I said, if anything, Thursday is just what you want to watch for any type of news coming out. So just, either size down on your trades or, just kind of wait for how the market's going to move. So other than that, let's go ahead and break down these charts. So this is gold. And then, of course, we'll take a look at so this week I didn't trade S&P 500 at all. So, but it definitely made an all-time high for sure. So it broke or it got to 63.34. So which I had a weekly at 63.35.50. So which it almost got there. So it actually was kind of bullish this week, which we said it would be. So because we had 3 confirmations on 3 different higher time frames that the market was going to be bullish for S&P 500, and that's exactly what happened. So, but let's take a look at gold here. I'm going to clear everything. So again, the overall trend is still bullish. I mean, it's even if we zoom out, I mean, it's clear as day. Like we haven't had any like major pullbacks. So I mean, the market is clearly bullish. So top-down analysis wise, we're going to start with the weekly. So the weekly is bullish, obviously. The daily has been really consolidated, to be honest. So anytime we kind of range like this, I'll take out my path tool here. So anytime we see this, so come up, come down, come up, come down. Anytime we're doing any movements like this, it's kind of just ranging. So if you see this, so I'll make this dark color. There we go. So if you see this, it's just a lot of ranging. So we're just kind of going up, down, up, down, up, down. So there's no like, we don't have any like solid movements like this. So we need to see movements like this, either to the upside or the downside. So, but since we're not seeing that, we're kind of consolidating. Not to say that we can't find any moves within this, especially on the lower time frame, but right now just consolidated. We need more volume in the market. All right, so the daily is consolidated. Oops. All right, and then the 4 hour. 4 hour is going to be a lot of the same Because if the daily is consolidated, more likely the 4 hours is going to be consolidated also. So if you see here, like if I were to just kind of put a range here, so we're in this range right here. So we have to break out of this range either to the downside or to the upside. So until we break out of here, we're not going to have any like true direction. So 4 hours consolidated also. So even though the weekly is bullish, we need to find a breakout. We need to find out where price is going to continue to go, which again, because gold is overall bullish, I feel that it can find some momentum up, especially on the 4 hour here. We can easily tap into 34.76, and take out these highs right here. So, but let's mark up our key levels. So key levels and psychological levels. So of course we have a high right here. So we're definitely going to mark that up. So that was at 35.09. So I'm going to do 34.10 or 35.10. All right. All right, so we have our weekly high at 35.10. And then we have this area right here. It's at 32.52. Let's do 32.50. It's a psychological level. All right, so we got a weekly low 32.50 and then 35.10. So we're just gonna leave that like that, keep it clean. So again, we could have, if it does decide to pull back down, so because we had a push up, we had a push down and a push back up. So if it does decide to push down, then of course the next level would be probably around this area right here, because we have an area of support right here and area of resistance right here. So that could definitely be an area of interest. So this is at 31.22. So I'd say 31.20. I'm just going to put 31.20 like that. So I'm just going to leave that like that. So there we go for gold. So kind of simple. So we can go down on the daily here. We can see we're consolidated right now. So I mean, even if I kind of zoom out on it, so we're coming up. We came down. We came up. Came down. So we could be making some higher highs and higher lows. So again, we could target this area right here. So or even up here. So 34.25. So, but again, we just have to see where the market's going to go. So even on the hour here, you can see we have a lot of opportunity. So if we kind of zoom out here, we have a lot of liquidity up here. So if you see this, all this right here, this can all be liquidity that we can take out. So there's all this room right here. So, or before we go up to the upside, there's a lot of liquidity down here. So we can take all this out. So we can literally come all the way down here before we go all the way up. So, but we just have to see where price wants to go. So, but even on the 1 hour, like I said, we're making leads up. We're coming down. We're breaking this previous area right here, this area of support, coming up. We're tapping into this area of resistance, pulling down a little bit again, and then more likely we might make our way back up. So, but who knows? We may even come down here, tap into this area of support, and then go right back up. So, but again, my bias, I feel, is buys personally. So because of the overall trend, we just have to continue to follow the trend, which is bullish. So, but who knows? The beginning of the week might start out bearish, so we can capitalize on those bearish moves. But we need to look at the higher time frame and where it's going, which I think is bullish. So I think we might tap into some higher areas. So that's it for gold. Let's take a look at S&P 500. So like I said, S&P 500 made some all-time highs. So let me clear all this out. So let's go to the weekly. So yeah, so we reached all the way up to 63.57, and that was July 14th. That was the last time. So and I believe that was Monday. Was it? Yeah, it was Monday. But Monday it just kind of just pushed. So if we're at 63.57, we'll just leave that like that, 63.57. So we'll do our top-down analysis, obviously. So, we can see clearly that S&P 500 is bullish. So top-down wise, weekly is bullish. The daily is bullish as well because we broke above. And then 4-hour. So 4-hour, we reached that area, and then of course we're having a pullback now. So a lot of times that we've seen when it comes to markets, when we reach an all-time high like this, a lot of times there has to be a pullback at some point because no price never goes straight forever. So there has to be some type of pullback. So it could be a good indication, and this may be a start of it, that we may see some pullback down to here and take out some of this liquidity right here, all these buyers right here. So who knows? Coming this week, we may take out this area of support right here. We might even take this all the way down to here, to this area, as we continue up. We have to have a pullback first. So that's what I could possibly see. So, but as of right now, even though we had a little pullback here, the 4-hour is still bullish. So we're still bullish across the board on all three higher time frames. So let's mark up our key areas. So we got 63.57 already. All right, 63.57. We have an area right here. So 62.37.50. Let me see, because I don't know if I like that. Got to look for an area of support too. So we do have this area right here, which that could be. This is 62.37. So I'm going to do 62.35. Let's do 62.35.50. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. And then, of course, if we do happen to have this heavy pullback, we have this support area right here, this low. So that's at 59.48.75. So we'll do 59.50. Cool. So we'll leave that just like that. So keep that clean. Like I said, for S&P 500, I think we're going to see a pullback at some point. So it could continue to keep going because the next psychological number I think would be 63.35 and then 63.50, something like that. 63.75 because the high was at 63.57. So we could continue to go up, but I feel like we're going to have a pullback at some point. So, because like I said, even if we go on the lower time frame, so this is a 1 hour. So 1 hour, we clearly had a rejection here. Started making lower lows and lower highs, pulled back up. So this could continue to go down like this. So because of these areas right here, I could see it. I can see it doing this. So come here, pull back to like this area right here. May have a pullback, pull down into like this area right here, pull back up again, and then take out this area right here, and so on and so forth. So that's what I see before, because we could respect. So there's an area of support right here. So we could come down here and then rally back up. So because it may respect this area of support because we have multiple touch points here. It's tapped into here 1, 2, 3, 4, so multiple times. So this could be an area that it comes back to and then before it goes back up. So again, for this, we could look for some sells this week. Because I trade on the 5-minute, obviously. So we have we got a lot of liquidity down here that we can take out before it goes back up. So, but we just have to see. So, but other than that, that's the breakdown I have for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you guys popping on. Hope you guys got some value out of this. I do this every Sunday if you guys don't know. So you guys are more than welcome to engage with me, follow me. If you have any questions while I'm doing these breakdowns, just definitely put something in the chat and I can answer it for you. Also, give me a follow on Instagram if you are not already following me. So Nikki_Pips. I'll put it in the description as well. But give me a follow. I post all my trades on there daily, so you guys can kind of follow my journey, especially with this 100K challenge. But other than that, that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and let's get these profits. Peace, guys.